Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome traders to this week's analysis of gold. Thanks for joining me in this analysis. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good time last week trading the markets, trading gold. Let's see what we have on gold for the next week, or for the next month even. So what we are going to do is, first of all, see what we have been looking at previously. Remember all that hype and everything, like the gold is going to go to 4,000, 5,000, and remember we had different kind of market, different kind of against the consensus mentality. We said that market would come to 2070 and start to fall down, and that's what has been happening. If you go back to our analysis at the start of September or end of August, you will see that we expected market to come down and fill this entire wick, and this entire month of September the gold has been falling, and it may continue to fall further down because so far it hasn't reached its profit target of, if you pay attention, we have this WFCP pattern which completed right there, and so far it hasn't reached its profit target, not even the first one yet. So we may actually see more downward move. So that's what we can see from here. But before jumping into there, I've been sharing my updates on free Telegram group, YouTube, and on TradingView. So if you're not following me there on TradingView or any other social channels, then you're missing out on the updates on gold. This is what we have been looking at. This is the one. Actually, somebody actually reported they got so jealous of this thing that they actually reported that this was violating TradingView's policy, but it wasn't. Actually, this turned out to be 100% correct. This was the zone, and we were expecting market to fall down, and this actually is where it is heading to. So we are still good, right? 2070. So we posted this, I posted this on August 6th, and since then it has been working exactly as it is. So 1840 followed by 1690. If 1840 level is broken, then it may fall down a little bit further, but 1690 or near about 1700 level can actually be reached. We may have to revise these targets a little bit because of the changing market structure, but this is good enough for guidance. So since then I've been providing all the updates here, and I was expecting market to actually fall down. I was able to take few very good short trades from here at the top. So if I open this one, I was able to take very good short trade from there, and then from this level, and then when it reached when it came here around somewhere around here, it did not actually reach that level of 2028. It actually started to fall down, so I missed that, but I was able to take another trade here. Then I stayed out of this gold market, and recently I started resuming my trading on this. Now here on this one, September 8, I mentioned that market was expected to fall down into this zone, and the market did. So since then, what has happened? So let's revise everything. So what we have been looking at, okay, we do not have to go back into those ideas to find exactly what was happening. We can see that there is an FCP pattern which is completing at this level, because we had this Fibonacci level of 1313. So I'm going to just remove all of this. Give me 1 second. Okay, and if I put Fibonacci on it, you can see that market came right into 1313, and that's why we were looking for that level. And market went to 2070, near about 2070, because there was a little bit of extended move there, and we were able to spot that on lower time frame. But on higher time frame, this is the level that we were looking at, and I have posted the entire analysis on how to take the best profit targets on YouTube. I'll put a link in this video's description as well, or you can check it out in one of the suggested videos. But we are minimum looking at somewhere around here, 18, this one, which is 1830. Remember that 1840 level that we saw 2 months ago, near about 2 months ago now, because we posted on August 6th. So that's one of the levels. Other one, so if I just remove this quickly and other one is somewhere around here, which is also nicely confluencing with this 38.2. so very nicely done, right? So this is very simple. All you have to do is just remember a few things, and that's the beauty of FCP strategy. By the way, if you want to learn more about FCP strategy, you can find the latest updated brochure on Vikinsa.com, and you can register your interest. You can also contact me directly on our free Telegram group. Now, if I go to the weekly time frame, what we can see that market has come to mid of the Bollinger Band, and that means the market is expected to push a little bit higher. But if you just pay attention to this particular candle, this is a trend continuation candle. So again, pretty much like Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, if you haven't seen that analysis for this week, go and check it out on YouTube, and you can see that there can be another day or so for the market to actually go down before moving higher. That is a possibility. However, if you just pay attention here, we have this M pattern which is completing here. It actually completed a little bit before but got overextended because it wanted to come down to test this moving average. So what we have here is that market may actually start to move upwards because we have an M pattern. Other thing is that market may actually for another day or so can come down into this zone and then start to move heavily up. So if it actually starts to move down into this, I will be looking for a long position. If it actually starts to go up right now, I'll be looking for maybe like a day trading kind of opportunity on the long side, but I'll be more interested in shorting gold because I know that this still hasn't reached its full potential profit target yet. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame. This candlestick pattern right now is telling me that it wants to go upwards because we have a specific candlestick patterns. I was discussing this with one of the students here, and we were able to predict this bullish candle 1 day in advance. So we were able to find opportunity that this was going to go up. This day was going to be a bullish day. We were able to guess that, not guess that, but we were able to predict that in advance using our FCP analysis. Okay, so what the market was doing yesterday was, this is a fake breakout, right? Because market tried to create kind of downward breakout, but almost immediately it went back on. So we have to be very, very careful. But looking at just this candlestick, it may actually start to go back upwards because we also have this M pattern. But remember, M patterns have a few variations, so it may actually fall back down into this zone. And very nicely, what we can see, and very conveniently as well, if I just adjust this zone a little bit down and go back to the daily, we can see that we have got a cluster moving average coming up in that zone. So this is looking like a very good kind of a support zone or profit taking zone if you are going for short. So I'll be very, very careful next week, because it's going to be month end as well. So there can be few days where it can go down or a few days it can go up, but after that ultimately it wants to do what? It wants to come down into this. So if I find a good long opportunity, I'll go for a long, then I'll go for a short there. If it actually starts to give me a good confirmation right there, then I will go for a short and I'll take my profits into this zone, and then I will look for a long opportunity. So that's my trading plan is. Okay, in terms of the levels, what you can expect is something like this. 38.2 is right there where my arrow was, but better level will be somewhere around this actually. So if I go long, then I'll be looking to take profits somewhere around here, and then I'll look for a short opportunity. In the extreme bullish scenario, it can go into 61.8 as well, but that's the most of it. So this is what my trading plan is. But gold is still looking short on higher time frame. This is just lower time frame analysis. On higher time frame, what you can still see is that we have a huge M pattern forming, and the midpoint is about to get broken. So that means it is expected to fall down to somewhere around here, right? So we'll have to reanalyze, because by the time there'll be a new structure of it. But just to give you an idea what kind of opportunity is there on gold if you go for a short, if the market gives you good confirmation to go for a short. And this can be something like this. If I draw Fibonacci on it, yep, perfect. It is just perfect right there. Okay, with practice you can spot these with your naked eyes as well. So here we have 200 moving average, but we have very good opportunities long and short here, and once this is broken, then we are looking for 1724. Now if I go back, remove this and go back to the monthly time frame, remember that 1720 1690 was showing up, and I said near about 1700, and that is automatically showing up as our profit targets on here, 1720 or near about 1700 or so. It may vary a little bit depending on the structure, the final structure that we may have. So this is what we have on gold. Hope you enjoyed this, hope you found this useful. If you did, make sure that you like it, you put in a comment at the bottom of this video to let me know if you have what kind of feedback you have, and whether you liked it or not. And also make sure that you actually share with other traders and trading communities, because that's how we grow. We grow together, we learn and earn together, right? Now we need to go and give back to trading community. We cannot just keep on taking it. We need to share, and we need to express our gratitude as well. So yeah, share with other traders as well. And one more tip before we go, let's look at water. The water is already telling me that it wants to go down. There is a clear indication on weekly, but as I said, it may actually go upwards before it can come down, right? So I'll be waiting for that. So water is already telling us, and if you are interested in getting water, see the description of this video. So I'll see you in the next one. Hope you found this useful. Okay, and have a good time in the markets next week. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see Core Strategy Training Program. On this page you'll be able to see the testimonials of previous students, and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence Training Program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see and submit this form.